We are back with the talented actor who has shown his range on screen. In 2013, Domhnall Gleeson starred opposite Rachel McAdams in the time-traveling rom-com About Time.
And more recently, he earned a Golden Globe nomination for his role in the psychological thriller The Patient, where he starred alongside Steve Carell.
Well, now Domhnall is stepping into the newsroom, playing editor-in-chief Ned Sampson in Peacock's new series set in the world of The Office. It's called The Paper. Take a look.
When I was a kid, I didn't want to be Superman. I wanted to be Clark Kent. Because to me, Clark is the real superhero. He's saving the world, too, by working at a newspaper. And that, to me, is much more noble and much more achievable. And I love that. And so that's why I'm so happy to be finally here at my very own Daily Bugle. Or, no, Daily Planet is the Daily Planet. Daily Bugle is Spider-Man. They're both journalists, though. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to run up because I don't want to be late for my first day and make a bad impression. Up and away.
Oh, good morning. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
So it's exciting. I mean, the first season hasn't even dropped yet, and there's already been an announcement that season 2 is going to happen. That's got to feel good, right?
It feels great, yeah. People seem really, really happy with the show. Everyone who's seen it sort of loves it. So, yeah, now we get it out into the world and look forward to doing season 2. Yeah.
I mean, whenever we talk about The Paper, we always first mention The Office.
Yeah.
Also a huge hit. Is there any pressure going into it, knowing that you're on the heels of that?
I think definitely, like, when I heard about it, it felt like a lot of pressure. Yeah. And then when I read the script and realized that it was sort of its own thing, it's in the same world as The Office, but sort of like in a different city with a whole new bunch of people. Same documentary crew go to a different city and follow this newspaper. So once I realized it was like a whole different setup, it took the pressure off a little bit. Yeah.
But obviously, you know how wildly popular that series was. John Krasinski and Steve Carell, they show up on set while you guys are filming. What was that like?
It was mean. I think it was mean. No, it was great. It felt a little bit like your mom and dad turning up at school. You're like, what are you doing here, Mom? Like, I'm trying to be cool in front of my new friends. I'd worked with Steve and with John before. Yeah. I'd asked their opinion on doing this show that was sort of like off to the side of The Office, and they both just said, like, you should definitely do it. You'll have loads of fun. Greg Daniels is a genius. And they were very supportive ahead of time. And then throughout the whole thing, like, John was checking in and making sure everything was going okay, offering advice. Felt very, very lucky to kind of have them in our corner.
To do a show like this, when I would talk to the Office cast, they said one of the things that you have to get used to is that in this format, you're almost always on camera, or at least in the periphery. And it's unlike any other acting job, in a sense.
Definitely true, yeah. Like the two camera operators who are in the room with you, because it's a documentary, it's almost like they're other characters in the show. So if you say something embarrassing, if you say something stupid, or if you do really well, you kind of check in with them. So kind of the notion of looking straight down the camera. I mean, I guess you guys also do it all the time. You look straight down the camera, but like,
it's true.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
We kind of forgot we do it.
Yeah, but we're taught like never do it. So it's really funny then to try and find the camera and look down. It's kind of it's a fun thing to do.
So I guess we're all in the news business now.
Yeah.
Is there anything you found out about the news that you didn't know before?
I went out to Ohio. I can't even say it right. That's how much research I did. I went out to Ohio to do some research and travel around. That's where the show is set. And I went to Columbus and Toledo and Cincinnati and talked to reporters of all different ages and editors. And I think the thing that I found out was how much pressure the news industry is under all of the time. And I found it really inspiring that everybody's doing it, is still doing it and fighting the good fight and still getting it done. I think, and Ned is meant to be inspiring in the show. So I think taking that for him was cool.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because it is, at least the first 3 episodes so far, it is sort of this love letter to journalism, especially like old school journalism.
Yeah, like my guy's really romantic about the old school, and he hasn't done journalism since he was in college. So he doesn't really understand what he's getting into.
That it's changed a bit.
Yeah, exactly. He was told back then it was a dying industry, and now he's getting into it and all this extra pressure. And so he's trying to lead from the front, even though he's got no experience. So that's kind of the comedic setup of the show.
Do you sense that you're going to look at the news a little bit differently now that you've done this?
Yeah, as soon as when I was talking, what I thought was super cool was the young people getting into it, knowing what it takes to get into it, knowing the battle you're up against. Yeah. I found it really inspiring. I thought supporting local journalism, like, that's super cool, and paying attention to what's in the news and where you get your truth from. Yeah, I definitely thought about it differently, and gave me even more respect for journalists who are doing it right.
By the way, we heard that you were over at the Open, over at the US.
I did.
How was it?
It was incredible. But when I went to Wimbledon before, and there was a bunch of photographs taken of me, and I was way too invested. Like I looked insane. So I spent all of my time trying to look cool. And the photos came out even worse. So it was sort of a disaster.
Did you have a honeydews when you were out there?
One guy was so drunk, he was just shouting, "Honeydews!" Well, they were trying to play. I was like, I'm not having any of that. And then by the end, I was the guy going, "Honeydews!" It was great.
But the pictures look good.
They're so good. Yeah, the pictures look great.
And you looked right at the camera.
Oh, all the way through. Yeah, I nailed it. Yeah.
Domhnall, thank you so much.
Thank you
Congrats
so
on
much.
everything. All 10 episodes of The Paper drop tomorrow, only on Peacock, the streaming service from our parent company, NBC Universal.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of you around these parts.
Oh, thank you very much.
We're excited about this.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.